I'm going to show you how to make financier. Financiers are little cakes that are buttery and moist. They were made popular in the late 1800s in the financial district of Paris. These cakes were designed for stockbrokers who wanted a quick little treat. The original shape of the financier was oval, but later changed to the rectangle form to evoke the gold bullion. For this recipe, I will be testing out the SILPAP-T silicone-coated pans from Wuzhong, distributed by Chloe Bakeware in Toronto. These pans are coated in silicone, making the pan non-stick, and having to skip with buttering and flouring with traditional pans. I will be testing them against my traditional financier pans that I bought years ago in Paris. As I'm using traditional financier molds, I am brushing them with softened butter and dusting them with flour. For the batter, in a pan, melt and brown the butter. This will caramelize the milk solids and provide a nice nutty flavor. Check out my video here for more information on how to brown butter. Set the butter aside to cool and prepare the remaining ingredients. Grind almonds with sugar. You can also use almond flour for this recipe. Add the flour and continue to process until fine. For this recipe, I'm using fresh clementine zest as well as ground cardamom. The freshness of the citrus paired with the cardamom adds a lovely dimension to the financiers. In a bowl, whisk egg whites until light and frothy. This should take only a few seconds. Add the salt, cardamom, zest, and the dry mixture. Whisk until combined and pour in the cooled brown butter. Stir well to incorporate, then wrap and chill this mixture for 2 hours. Once the financier batter has rested and chilled, transfer the batter to a piping bag. Gather the bag and twist it tight to avoid any air bubbles in the bag. Cut a hole in the bag and pipe the chilled batter into the pans. Use even control when piping the batter from side to side, creating an even layer. When piping the cavities, fill the pan 3/4 from the top. Once the financiers have been piped, tap the molds to level the surface and to remove any air bubbles. Bake the financiers until they are golden color. With a small offset palette knife, remove the financiers and transfer them onto a cooling rack. The financiers released beautifully from the SILPAP-T pans with very little effort. I loved the rise provided from the pans because the rise of the financier had a lighter texture to the cake. The heavier gauge in the metal of the SILPAP-T pans provided better color in the crust compared to the traditional pans too. These pans worked wonderfully and they cleaned up easily with hot soapy water and a sponge. Please note, I've not been paid to promote these pans. They're just pretty awesome pans. I've left a link in the description for the SILPAP-T bakeware. Thanks for watching. If you found value and were inspired with this video, give it a like and subscribe as it helps the channel. See you next time for another awesome video, but in the meantime, check out this video and this playlist. Cheers!